But yeah, that boss was weird, and we're actually about to get another one right after that. I think that's the only time this happens in this game. If memory serves, aside from the, you know, the final boss.
That was pretty rough.
Spoilers for a 78-year-old game.
This game came out forever ago, dude.
Yeah.
Come and get some, Eggman. Sonic.
Oh yeah, this is the first time we hear Eggman's theme in this game, which is a fucking bop. You can't see it, but I'm bobbing along to this shit. Because the shit straight slaps.
He had like a whole remix in Shadow, but he didn't like it as much.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the, like... What do you call when they, like, artificially stutter dialogue to, like, change the beat up? I don't
Oh
really
yeah,
like
like
when they
the
do that in songs.
poker face kind of thing, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's like she's, like, actually stuttering in, like, when she sings, I believe, so...
Yeah.
That at least doesn't sound weird to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean, like whenever they kind of make it as if the record is kind of skipping, but it's just
Yeah, yeah,
playing
like
the
that.
same part a couple of times.
Yeah, he also does this attack when you've done, like, some damage to him. You can, like, counter it just by, like,
Going onto a low platform.
yeah, going onto one of the platforms he's smashed in a bit. Yeah. You also kind of have to be careful with the homing attack on, like, that specific thing that he does there. What the fuck? Nobody told me going into the quicksand would act as quicksand.
This game has a lot of beginner's traps in it.
Yeah.
You know, if you've only ever seen a character like Felix or Astolfo, that was your first introduction to those kind of characters, would you call that a beginner's trap?
That's an offensive term for people who are Taiwanese.
Well, hey, liking traps doesn't actually make you gay, so think about that.
I mean, it depends. Like, are we talking, like, specifically a guy? Then yeah, it doesn't make you gay. However, if you... like, assuming we're talking about this in, like, the anime term kind of way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, not in the way that shitty transphobes do.
Yeah, like not in relation to an actual living human being.
Well, not so much in relation to, like, a living human being, but in, like, the... You know, because what is commonly referred to in, like, anime circles as a trap isn't, like, you know, a trans person. It's just a guy who looks kind of
Dresses
effeminate and likes to
yeah.
cross-dress. But, like... This is a lot of setup for me just saying, well, if you're a girl, it makes you gay. Because, you know, it's a guy who's like, hey, I'm a guy, I just like to look like a girl.
I also like how Eggman has, like, among all of his technology, a totally regular, like, space shuttle.
I also like how they're just going to space for no reason.
Yeah.
By the way, the Dark Story is even more schizophrenic than the Hero Story is in terms of structure. Because they just go back and forth from space constantly.
Space colony where Eggman is.
Yeah.
Also, this cutscene is immaculate. Check out those low-res textures on a pre-rendered video.
The hatch doors are open. Sweat it, Knuckles.
They're
No, I
talking
wanna talk
over
first.
each other constantly again.
Land the shuttle and let me out.
Yeah, this game's,
Oh my
like,
God.
dialogue was based on the Japanese version, so
Yeah.
anytime, like, a line overlaps in English, they just left it that way.
Hell yeah. The most amazing way they could have handled it.
What's up with that knucklehead anyway? trying to take over the shuttle. I thought we were toast for
And Knuckles is kind of nowhere to be seen for no reason.
Yeah. He floated off into the oblivion for his last level.
This place was shut down about 50 years
Also, I like the weird way Amy's model is textured, because, like,
spherical space
The dress is going through her back.
yeah, and also, like, they modeled her panties for some reason, even though
They
there's no
did.
way you'd see that in any of the cutscenes. But the way they modeled it, you can tell they modeled them because it bleeds into her leg.
Yeah.
Not much time left before Eggman fires that weapon again. We've got to hurry. Let's find the cannon and destroy it.
Yeah. Someone designed that weapon to be impenetrable from outside attacks.
And once again, Tails' voice actor is
Are super strong.
immaculate.
Obviously
in this
reading a
game.
piece of paper.
Yeah. I like how they just got worse and worse with every game when they started giving him voice actors.
It has the same wavelength.
At least until they, like, switched to just using girls who actually knew how to act, but
Designed to reverse
Yeah,
obviously
this
weren't
guy is
children.
actually
emeralds and
Connor Bringus, who is the brother of Corey Bringus, the guy who voiced him in the first game, because he had his voice break, and
Yeah.
then
Every single time
William
they replaced him
Corkery-
for the longest time,
yeah,
the voice actor got one game and then they replaced them because they went through puberty. 'Cause, like, after
William
this game, he
Corkery,
got
who was
replaced.
the son of the guy that voices SPO,
Yeah.
was him in Sonic Heroes.
And he sounds entirely different in that game. Like, Tails in
And,
this
like,
game at least
in my
kind
opinion,
of sounds
worse.
like an adventure one.
Yeah.
Look at all
I
those
remember-
Eggman's robots.
Yeah, like I remember as a kid, I hated Tails' new voice in Heroes. I was like, what even is this? Anyways, we got another very long level coming up here. I mean, it's
sounded
called
like-
Eternal Engine.
He sounded like a kid playing with action figures.
Yeah.
That's... yeah. I want to do a Let's Play of Sonic Heroes at some point, even though that's probably a bad idea since it makes you replay the game 4 times.
Oh yeah.
Like,
It could go on forever.
I remember when Shade did one of those and, like, got almost all the way through it and then made a video
Just
literally just
couldn't-
called Sonic Heroes is a bad game and I don't want to fucking touch it.
Yeah,
I
she
was
got
like,
to like the end
Can I
of the
just play a
chaotic.
different game, please?
Yeah.
I think about that a lot. And
Yeah,
also,
I remember that being kind of sad because she like put genuine production into that playthrough, like actually tried to get a better capture device and like make it look half decent for the time, and like just didn't want to finish it.
yeah,
So this level has an interesting gimmick.
which I just accidentally showed off.
Yeah.
Since I blowed, since I blew that off, I don't want to go anywhere near it
You'll get
because it's
sucked
Sonic
out.
Heroes and it's a bad game and I don't want to fucking touch it.
Sonic Heroes.
But also because I'll get sucked out because, space. But
There is
yeah,
a fun thing you can do right
me,
here
like,
by making the Omo Shao just get
gotta
repeatedly.
be careful here. Okay, there we go.
Nice. Last time
There
you
we
almost
go.
died doing that because you blew it off by accident.
Yeah. I forget, is this the last Tails level, or is there another one after this?
I think this might be the last one.
I think it is. And that's actually kind of weird, because that means we've only had, like, 4 Tails levels.
Yeah, because you had Prison Lane, Mission Street, Hidden Base,
Technically 5, because we had
the
fucking-
racing. Yeah.
But that doesn't count. Who cares?
Yeah.
Kiss my ass, Dr. Mario. I don't know why Dr. Mario needs to kiss my ass. I just needed a doctor to kiss my ass.
This has healing powers.
Yeah. I mean, I just need something with healing powers, whether it be that or being murdered by a tall, muscular woman.
I think we talked about that in the Spyro LP as well.
Yeah.
What about Yoshida from Keiju? Oh yeah, by the way, this enemy sucks.
I forget, was that the one that you, like, linked to me a while ago? I don't remember most of the Keijo characters aside from the main cast.
She was the muscular one.
Fuck.
Just like last time.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened the first time. We were like,
Yeah,
it's
God,
introduced
these
as
guys
an enemy
suck
that-
ass.
Yeah.
Like,
No matter who you're
I'm
playing
not
as,
sure
they suck.
how you're supposed to kill them without, like, getting yourself killed first. I think you're just supposed to, like, lock onto them and
Wait.
just, like... well, not so much wait, just, like, walk past them or something, because any other strategy makes no sense. It will not work.
Yeah. And they appear quite a bit from here on out, so
Yeah, and
have fun.
to be fair, they're the worst as Tails. They're fightable as Sonic. They're probably the least offensive as Knuckles.
Yeah.
But, like, they still just suck. They're annoying to deal
And
with.
there's multiple, like, different kinds of them as well, like the ones that
My
float
power is
around.
fading.
My machine has reached its
Yeah.
limit.
I need to rewatch Keijo. That was, like... It's
I
one
didn't
of
know
those
you
things
actually
that-
watched it.
Yeah, I watched it. Like, I caught it when it came out because I read the synopsis and I was like, this is like the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. I want to watch every single episode of this.
Yeah, I have met quite a bit of the English cast of that show, and I have it on Blu-ray. I also have a body pillow of one
Why
of the
would you
characters.
ever subject yourself to that fucking garbage bullshit? Everyone knows that the only truly good voice actors are the Japanese, which I know because I don't speak Japanese. Hey, weeaboos who like to talk about how the only good way to do anime voices is to be Japanese. You only think that way because you do not speak Japanese and don't know when a performance is bad. A lot of anime voice acting, even in the original Japanese, is still bad. You just don't know because you don't speak the language and you can ignore it.
I actually watched it in Japanese at first because it was, I watched it when it... That is, like, the only show that I have watched, like, when it was coming out, because
Where's the fucking...
I have an insatiable desire for the thick waifus, and anime tends to not... You have to jump on that thing and drop down.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, but, like...
You have to
I
jump
can't
on that
find
platform in the
anything.
front of the big platform that was floating a second
Oh, there it
ago.
is.
Yeah, there you go. You good. You found it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I have like
I'm,
an
like, completely
insatiable
lost in this conversation and forgot
desire
where I was
for
in the level.
thick waifus, and generally anime tends to draw girls like stick figures a lot of the time, so it's quite refreshing to actually see that being somewhat represented
Bro,
in a fun fashion.
at least you get your obscure, like, niche taste in cartoon characters represented sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, very occasionally a show will have a buff woman, and usually it will be a character that doesn't matter and is a lot of the time just kind of like a thin girl with PNG abs.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The good old painted on abs.
Yeah, like, I was, like, playing Phantasy Star Online 2 when that came out in America on PC, and first of all, that was a mistake, because the Windows Store is the worst. Like, people bitch about the Epic Game Store, at least when you delete a game that you downloaded from there.
Yeah,
It
we
doesn't
talked about this in the
keep straight
Spyro
data
Like,
on your computer
have
that
to
you
do,
have
like,
to look up a
fucking
wiki
ritual.
guide to
Yeah.
delete.
You have to do an ancient Hebrew ritual to delete that from your PC. I mean it too. You have to actually like learn how to speak these different spells and
Fuck.
oh no.
just published my new novel. It's called How to Delete Phantasy Star Online 2 if you downloaded it from the Microsoft Windows App Store.
Where was that in relation to Muscle Girls? Did it have the JPEG app?
Yeah, it had an option to give girl characters and also boy characters muscles, but all I did was just draw painted on abs onto them. It didn't, like, make them actually muscular, and I still picked that anyway, because...
Better than nothing.
Yeah. I think the only game I've had that has a character creator where you can make, like, muscle girls that actually look like they are actually buff is, like, Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Which is good, and I appreciate it for that.
Okay.
Yeah, SC6 has, like, one of the better character creators, because you can make, like, genuinely convincing, like, thick girls or muscle girls.
Yeah. It's still kind of limited, and also it's kind of funny that if your character, even if you have the character's, like, settings in terms of, like, the chest, let's say, to, like, the lowest, like, their boobs still jiggle like they're in space, basically.
I do like that you can influence the amount of jiggle by what they wear, so if they have, like, a tighter, like, something that would hold them down more realistically, at least it's a little bit less, but yeah, no, they'll go all over the place.
Yeah.